Namaste and welcome to another episode of 103 FM's Divali Khaana. My name is Siddhi Sankar and I am a recipe developer with Chatak Food Products Limited. Today we'll be exploring a curry dish, a traditional East Indian Trinidadian curry dish. Today we'll be making lauki. Lauki is a vegetable that is within the cucumber family, similar to zucchini, with a nice soft spongy inside and a mellow palate that can take the flavors of any dish to which it's assigned. Lauki can be prepared by peeling and chopping and then being introduced in any dish. Today we will be making lauki and corn in a nice curry sauce. So let's begin. So our utensils of preference today is an aluminum flat bottom pot. This pot has been sponsored to us by the Little Store Limited of Curried. To our warming pot, we're going to add just about 2 tablespoons of lotus soya bean oil. Next, we immediately add 1/4 teaspoon of Chatak's methi or fenugreek. Fenugreek is a pungent seed with a bitter flavor at the end. However, when roasted, it lends a beautiful flavor to curry dishes. As we start our pot, I already have some water preheating. It's come up to temperature, so I'm going to turn it off now. And as our fenugreek or methi seeds begin to sputter and sizzle in that oil, we're going to start to add about 1 cup of chopped onion. Step back if you need to. Next, we add 2 teaspoons of fresh pimento peppers. These are not hot at all, but they simply just add flavor to our dish. And lastly, we add 2 cloves of garlic sliced. Toss to coat evenly in the oil, and all of our aromatics now lend its flavor to the oil. Smells lovely. Now, as our onion, garlic, pimento, they start to fry up and sizzle, this is what we call our chonky. Now, chonky in Trinidad is a loosely used term used to describe the aromatics being added at the beginning or at the end of any dish. Next, we go into the concept of buje. Buje is when we begin to add more aromatics to the pot, followed by liquid. We're going to add our Chatak loose curry powder, and this is our preferred choice. To our aromatics in the pot, we're going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of Chatak loose curry powder. And to that, we're going to complement the Chatak loose curry powder with Chatak spicy curry masala. So turning up our spices with our aromatics, we want to get that curry to really cook well. We want to see the curry begin to stick to the pot. It's going to start to come together and separate and come together again. That's when you know that the curry is well cooked. Chatak's loose curry powder is a nice mellow blend of spice and flavor, whereas the spicy curry is a lovely addition that can simply complement any dish. I prefer to use the Chatak spicy curry when currying vegetables because it just adds another level of flavor on top of the loose curry powder. Now, we see our curry come together, separate, and back together again. And it's one cohesive unit. Directly to this curry, some people may use water to add to their curry, but because we are cooking vegetables today, vegetables tend to have a lot of water inside of them. So I'm just going to go straight in and add it to the curry. And you're going to hear a nice sizzle. And as the water comes out from the vegetables, it's going to add that sauce to the curry. We're going to turn this up one time. Now it may seem dry, but like I said, we're cooking vegetables, and the water from inside of the vegetables is going to really add to the sauce formation of our dish. So turn well. At this point, it's your preference if you'd like to add a chopped tomato. Today, I choose not to, but definitely we'll be adding salt. So I'm going to average the salt to the amount of lauki that I have, and the salt is going to, 1, help develop the flavor, and 2, it's going to allow that lauki to spring that water, to let the water out of itself and into the sauce of the dish. So turn it up well, and we're going to reduce this heat to low, medium low. Wow! Here we see the initial drawdown of the lauki, where it would have released a lot of its water and shrink to almost 3/4 its quantity. At this point, we're going to continue to develop our flavors and textures. So, we're going to add some fresh green seasoning from the garden. Here I have some fine thyme, some culantro or shadow benny, some chive or chives, as well as some parsley. I'm going to add these in, as well as some corn. Here I have some corn kernels that I have simply used from the tin, and I'm going to add this in to lend some sweetness and flavor to the dish. Simply adding canned vegetables to any dish can increase its quantity, its yield, and its flavor, even on a budget. At this point, we're going to add another dimension of flavor, some sweetness, some brown sugar. Brown sugar really rounds out a curry, especially mild flavors like lauki. So go ahead and add just about a teaspoon of brown sugar to the pot and give it a nice stir. At this point, to add creaminess and smoothness to our dish, we're going to add some coconut milk. Here I have prepared just about a 1/4 cup of a thick coconut milk made from dehydrated coconut milk powder and some water. We're going to raise our heat to medium high and allow this to cook even more. Having our lauki cook for about 5 to 8 minutes on medium heat, I'm going to add some water. Here we have our lovely KitchenAid kettle. We're going to add some hot water to lend to the development of our sauce. So I just added about 1/4 cup of water that it's going to cook and break down that lauki and make it nice and tender and soft and perfect for this curry dish. Cover and allow to cook for 5 to 10 minutes on medium-high heat. Wow, lovely. So our lauki has cooked and become tender and soft. The sauce has developed very nicely. The corn is well coated in the sauce of the curry. And I think we're done. So it's time to plate. And we'll be serving our lauki today with some nice hot steaming paratha roti, thanks to ibis flour and lotus brand soybean oil. This is a dish that anyone will love. And that brings us to the end of another episode of 103 FM's Divali Khaana. Thanks for joining us.